Your protagonist is awesome. I have no doubt of that. You wouldn't be writing him if he bored you. In fact, you're probably slightly in love with him to the point that you'd be fascinated just watching him read the thesaurus. But it's important to keep in mind that while readers may come to share that love for your character, they're probably never going to reach the depths of passion that would interest them in watching for hours on end as your awesome protagonist does nothing. That seems like a totally obvious statement, but it's actually a problem that we find in a lot of books, even published ones. I recently just finished an otherwise great fantasy about a really fabulous character who spent the entire first quarter of his book literally doing nothing other than shoveling snow. The problem with the character's lack of occupation isn't just with the fact that it's boring, but also with the fact that if your character is doing nothing, it's a pretty sure bet that your plot is going nowhere. Now, the tricky part of all this is that often authors either won't realize their character is doing nothing, or they'll think it's necessary for the plot for him to be doing nothing. The first of these is remedied simply by examining your scenes for goal and obstacle. If your character is trying to achieve something that will advance the plot into the next scene, and if that goal is met by conflict in the shape of an obstacle, then you're probably good to go. The second cause, the idea that the story requires your character to do nothing, is a little harder because it very well may be true. But just because your character has to spend a couple weeks stuck in prison doesn't mean he has to spend that entire time doing nothing other than twiddling his thumbs. Remember, goal, obstacle, conflict. And if at all possible, give him somebody to talk to, or even better, argue with. Your goal should always be to give readers a reason to be interested in whatever your characters are doing.